Hi everyone, welcome to Armstrong Computers. More or less, welcome once again. This is our seventh Excel tutorial. Today we'll be looking at how to perform calculation or calculating totals. In our previous video, we then look at how to create a new worksheet, more or less a workbook, and also we also talk about how to enhance the appearance, the interface of the Excel window, and also how to set a font as default and also a font size as default. And I'll be leaving the link at the top here where you can just click, and then it means to take you there straightly for you to just take a recap or get that tutorial, and then you learn more about that. So let's move on to today's segment. Today's segment is really looking at calculating totals. Let's look at something here. A few number on a worksheet can be summed quite easily with a simple addition formula. However, imagine the time it will take to sum a column of 100 numbers with formulas such as equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3 through up to A9. Formulas. Excel has anticipated many of these repetitive operations and provide a library of an electronic shortcut called functions. Now, this is trying to tell you that let's assume that I have a worksheet, this very worksheet here, and I'm being asked to sum up a cell range from cell A1, or let's say from cell A1 to A3. Then I decided to go by saying equal to A1 plus A2 plus. Now when you are doing this, it is likely that you'll find yourself in repetitive strain injury. You may repeat a cell twice in the formula. So Excel has provided a formula called functions for us not to find ourselves in this mess. So today we'll be looking at that particular function, and that function is called the sum function. The sum function. The sum function. The first step is to use the sum function is to move to cell or any cell of your choice where you want the result to appear. Functions like formulas begin with an equal to sign to inform Excel to express a formula name as opposed to text label. The syntax for sum command is equal to sum into bracket cell range, whilst the cell range is a block of cells to be summed. So simply using the sum function, when we talk about syntax, the syntax talks about how you can use the sum function. So to use the sum function, you need to make sure you bring an equal to sign to inform Excel to express a formula. You cannot just start performing calculation in Excel without you not bringing the equal to sign. Either than that, Excel will then understand whatever you are inputting as label or value. Remember our previous video, I'll be leaving a link here where we talk about moving around the worksheet. I talk about labels and values. I remember I told you that a label is known as a text, whilst a text is known as label, whilst values are known as numbers, and a number is known as what? Value. So basically that is just that. So anytime you want to enter a formula, you make sure you bring the equal to sign to inform Excel to express a formula. Now, so here we'll be summing up the sales projection. Move to cell B9 and let's enter a formula to sum up the total for January. So we go equal to sum into bracket, so it's going to be B5 column B7. Then you close the bracket and you press enter. You see there? You come here, you do the same thing. You can also use the AutoSum as well, but I want you to be familiar. I want you to be familiar with the sum function. So let's go again to February. Go equal to sum. Bring the parentheses. So it's going to be C5 column C7. Close the bracket, press enter. So let's do that for March. Equal to sum. We go D5 column D7. We'll go ahead to April. Equal to sum. Now someone asked, is it advisable to type the formula in uppercase? Now formulas are not case sensitive. Anyhow you type it, it will accept it. Okay, so for us to bring the equal to sign first, is going to accept it. So it's going to be E5 column E7. You close the bracket, then go to F equal to sum F5 column F7. Hope you are enjoying the tutorial as well. Okay, so let's do the last one for June. Equal to sum column G7. Okay, so we are done here now. So basically this is how you can use the sum function to sum up some couple of perform some couple of calculation. Now the way forward today, again, I'd like us today move on to the next thing we're looking at. Next we'll be looking at using the AutoSum. Using the AutoSum. Now, one thing about AutoSum, what is an AutoSum? AutoSum, what is it? We call it Auto Total. AutoSum is a feature that allows you to quickly sum up rows and columns of numbers entered. Okay, you can write that one down. Let's take it again. AutoSum is a feature that allows you to quickly sum rows and columns of numbers entered. Okay, so you can write it down. So that's AutoSum. Now, how can we use this AutoSum? I'd like you to move ahead. Move to cell H3 and type total. Totals. Then after that, I'd like you to just sum up this. Now I'd like you to take note of this. Using the AutoSum, it's advisable that you start summing up from the top, from the down to the top. You don't start from the top to the down. When you do that, it is likely that you may find yourself wanting. Let me show you something. Let's assume that you are using the AutoSum, summing from the top to the down. So for instance, you are here as in cell H5, and then you look through the home ribbon under the editing logical group. So we have the AutoSum. When I click, for instance, it will select the cell range forward for the widgets. The moment I press enter, it will sum it up. When I come here again for the gadget and I click on the AutoSum again, guess what? It will sum row of what? Of the gadgets. And I press enter. But when I come to grapples, instead of selecting the row of grapples, it's going to select the column of total. So for instance, let me show you. When I click like this, guess what? You see. So to avoid this repetitive or this stray injury, it's advisable if we are using the AutoSum, try and sum from the bottom to the top. Okay, so let's try that. I'd like you to move to cell H9, click on AutoSum, press enter. Come to cell H7, click on AutoSum, press enter. Come to cell H6, click on AutoSum, press enter. Come to cell H5, click on AutoSum and press enter. How cool is that of using the AutoSum? Are we seeing it now? So that is how one can use the AutoSum, which is very, very important. Let's move on. The next thing I'd like us to look again today is changing a column width. Changing the column width. So in other way around, increasing the column width. How can one increase the column width? So increasing the column width. So now, what about the column width? The column width is a feature in Microsoft Excel. You can write it down. That enables us to adjust the width of the cell. Okay, for instance, I'd like you to, let's move to our worksheet here, and then we would like to adjust the column width. So move to cell A1 here, okay, and then look through the home ribbon. Under the cells logical group, click on the tasket arrow below format, click on format cells and wait for it. A dialog box should display on the screen, so let's wait for it. So this is it. So at the dialog box display on the screen, I'd like you to go ahead. Oh, so sorry, let's do it again. Look through the home ribbon, click on format. Now from the format drop down list, this is where we have column width here. Click on it. The width will display. The default column width is 8.11, more or less. It's like 8.43. 8.43. Change the width to, let's say, 18. Let's change the width to 18 and press enter. You see, so the width has been open. I reckon it has opened it wide. I should get it. So basically that is how to do that. Okay, how should I get in it? Let's look at changing a row height. A row height, you can write it down, is also a feature in Microsoft Excel that enables you to adjust the height of a row. How is that done? Let's look at it. Now, as you are here, I'd like you to move to cell A1 again. As I'm here, look through the home ribbon. Under the editing logical group, click on the tasket arrow beside format. That is, look through the home ribbon. Under the cells logical group, click on the tasket arrow beside format. From the format drop down list, you see where we have row height. Click on it. Now the default row height is 18.75. 18.75. I'd like you to increase the row height to 25. So just type 25 and check what will happen here. Click on OK. You can see it has opened wide. So basically that is just that. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Catch you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.